Hello, class. I wanted to go ahead and do a word problem on area involving conversions between systems. So again, I would suggest doing this in Excel, setting it up. You can see that I sort of have it set up already, and we can talk about the setup a little bit. Basically, I've taken the facts that they've given us. So 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters, and I have them all in their own cell so that I can use cell reference when I get there. And 1 foot equals 30.48 centimeters, 1 yard, so on. So I have all the conversion facts that they've given us, so we're going to need to use those. And so I have an initial quantity, initial units, some ratios. I may not use them all. We'll just see what we need, and we can always add more if we need more. And then we have our final quantity and final units. Okay. So this one, we're dealing with a flower bed that's rectangular, and it measures 4 feet long and 3 feet wide. So remember, area is length times width. So we'd have 4 times 3, which would give us 12. Feet times feet would give us feet squared. So the area is 12 feet squared. And we want to convert the flower bed in mulch, cover the flower bed in mulch. And we need to figure out square centimeters. Okay, so let's work through our parts and see what we can come up with. So it says find the area of a Bond's flower bed in square centimeters. Okay, so my final answer, and they're showing you that as well, is centimeters squared. Okay, so that's my final units. So they show that as the final unit. So take advantage of that. And we don't want to round any intermediate computations. That's fine. We want 2 decimals at the end, and we're going to use the table. Okay, so what we know is the initial length is in feet, and we had 4 feet times 3 feet. So my initial quantity for the area is 4 times 3. Okay, because remember the area is length times width. And then my units would be feet times feet, or feet squared. Okay, so the area is originally 12 feet squared. Remember, if you need to pause and get your Excel set up, go ahead and do that. I just sort of jumped into it on you. So let's figure out our ratios. Well, we're trying to get from feet squared to centimeters squared. So we need to get rid of feet twice, and we need to introduce centimeters twice. And we want the centimeter to be in the numerator. So that means our feet need to be in the denominator to cancel out. So I'm hoping that one of our conversions that they gave us is feet and centimeters. So let's see what we're working with. Inches and centimeters, feet and centimeters. Okay, so that's going to get us from feet to centimeters. So there isn't any in between there. So that's what we're going to use. And again, our units, we want the centimeters to be in the numerator and the feet to be in the denominator, so that the feet cancel and the centimeters is left. Well, if we just cancel this feet with feet squared, we're going to still have a foot left in here. So again, we need 2 of these. And it's the same concept. You want the centimeters up top in the numerator so that they give you centimeters squared. You want both feet in the denominator so they cancel with this feet squared in the numerator. And now we're going to match up the ratio with the units. So when I go up here, I want to make sure that I find the row that has feet in centimeters. I want the centimeter value at the top, and I want the feet at the bottom. So you want it set up just the same way your units are. Same idea. We want centimeters again on the numerator and feet in the denominator. Final quantities is just going to be the initial times each ratio. Expand that out a little bit more so we can see what's going on. Okay. And it's asking us 2 decimal places. So we have 11,148.37. We're going to round that up to a 7 since it's a 5 to the right. Okay. So that's our area in centimeters for the flower bed. Okay. So we have an area of 11,148.37. Okay, so I'm just going to round it there since that's the value that we used here. So our next calculation is asking us, he wants to cover the flower bed in mulch. He doesn't have any to begin with, and he can't buy partial bags. That's a key point right there. He can't buy a partial bag. So we're going to have to round up to full bags for our final answer. So it says each bag covers 590 centimeters squared. Okay, and we have 11,000, just over 11,000. So to find this, we're just going to take our area and divide it by how many each bag covers. So each bag covers 590. And so that gives us 18.8955. Now, this is where it's a little tricky. We're rounding to full bags. You can't buy 0.8955 of a bag. So this would actually round up to 19 bags. So we got to round up to the nearest whole bag. And then if each bag of mulch costs $2.58, how much will he need? So now we have 19. We have 19 bags times the cost of each. So the cost of each is $2.58. And this will give us our cost. So we have $49.02. Okay, so the first part again is converting, getting it from feet squared to centimeters squared, and that's similar to what we've done in DQs and on major assignments. And then once you have the area, if you know how much each bag covers, so they each cover 590, we can just divide the area by the 590, and that gets us to our number of bags that we rounded up to 19. And then the cost is just the number of bags times the cost per bag. All right, hope that was helpful.